Hey scientists, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for Shark Week. We read Clark the Shark about a naughty little shark who was just having the hardest time figuring out how to be good in school. And boy, can we all relate to poor old Clark. Psst, he figures it out in the end. Spoiler alert. So this week, for our experiment, we're sticking with the Shark Week theme and playing with some water. We're going to do some water races and water mazes. These are really easy to set up and do indoors or take it outside if the weather's good where you're at. So the question we're answering this week is, why does water look like it can float on certain surfaces? A lot of people have done this in the lab with me at home when we try and figure out how many drops of water we can fit on a penny. But I know not everybody has the supplies to do that experiment at home. So instead, we're doing water races and water mazes. And it's real easy. All you need is a container to hold your water, a straw, and then either a plate or something to do your maze or your racetrack on. You can do, like I said, a paper plate or a piece of foil or some parchment paper or wax paper works really well. I just don't have any in my house. And then I have foil here and parchment, and I went ahead and drew some designs. I'm going to hold them up close so you can see. This is a two-person game with a little racetrack with a start and a finish. And then this one I made for a one-person game. It's a Paideia Python racetrack. The finish is the snake's head, and the start is the snake's tail. And so all you do is you take your container, add some water, any amount, just enough to kind of be able to stick your straw inside, and put your straw in the container and go ahead and cover it up. And you're going to drop it onto your piece of foil to see what happens. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this too well. Let's see, I'm going to try and get a little drop. Yeah, you can't really see it because it's clear. So just for my video, and you can do this at home if you have food coloring. If you don't have food coloring, you can still see the water in person. You just can't really see it on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and add a drop of food coloring just so you can see the experiment. Whoa, look at it mixing in. It is so satisfying to watch food coloring mix in water. You can kind of let it just mix by itself and just watch. But if you're really ready to get going, go ahead and stir that water with your straw. And then just cover the top with your thumb or any finger. And you're going to add your water to the paper. Now, if you're playing against somebody, you'd put 2 drops, 1 on each side. I'm going to let my extra water go back into the water container. And when you're ready, you and a friend, pretend somebody's here, you'd go, on your mark, get set, go! And then you're going to blow the water down the paper to see who can get there first. Let me demonstrate. Do you see how that water looks like it's floating right on top of that surface? Let me show you again. Let me do the other side. So as I keep blowing, my water's moving across the top of this paper, and it really looks like it's floating. So again, that question we're answering is, why does water look like it can float on a certain surface? And the answer is something called surface tension. So water does this thing where it wants to stick together and that's called cohesion. But when we blow on it, we're creating a force that's moving the water across the, in this instance, aluminum foil. And that surface tension is allowing the molecules in the water to look like they're floating. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's see what happens when we stick it, when we try the same thing on our Python. Again, to get those little droplets on, you just stick your straw into your water and try and drop some water onto your paper. Oh, I'm going to try and blow this through the maze. This is going to be tough. Oh, mine fell off the counter. Okay, there's still a little. Let me try and get the rest. Okay, now this surface really makes it look like the water is floating. Again, this is parchment paper, or if you have wax paper, that also creates the same effect. And can you remember what that's called? Surface tension. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way through this Python. Come on, little droplet, you can do it. Oh, so close. I did it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. My water made it to the end. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, scientists, I hope you have so much fun doing water races with your family members. And of course, if that weather is beautiful, take it outside. Today we answered, why does water look like it can float on certain surfaces? And the answer is surface tension. This is Scientist Diana bringing you Shark Week with a scientist. Have fun!